Welcome to House Common Blood, where strangers are family. Every episode contains graphic content, including but not limited to copious amounts of blood, unnecessary cursing, death of all ages, be they infants or immortals, fantasy drug use, nudity, mentions of sex, and sound effects of various qualities. We cannot stress enough that this is mature content with adult themes. You have been warned. May the albatross guide your way.
All right. Welcome to House Blood. I'm Gray, your DM and host. We're a D&D 5e podcast currently playing the adventure Hangman March of Storms. Wrong one. Worms of Frostheart. Our party were former prisoners, once covert operatives for Giuliano's government as they faced sentient calamities led by the Rebirth Bastion, a Genasi army threatening world destruction. Recently, our misfit group confronted an emotional vampire in Shayam, a town made of a thinking slime mimic, sentient calamity. After a fierce battle and defeating the vampire, they faced consequences, like a curse from a hag. Now, free from imprisonment, the party journeys on, even delivering cookies to another hag. However, a party member is cursed to kill a living seal, leading them to a dungeon with the Trask burial site. Breaking the curse involved an unusual pact, transplanting an elder brain into the Trask skeleton. The necromancer, Phoenix, a fire genasi, was defeated, and the Trask remains within its ward. Venturing south to ruins with the dormant teleportation circle, the party discovers a world map with 4 sets of 2 glowing symbols. Their next target is in Lacus, within Titan Sea. Rather simple, don't you think? I'm joined here today by our players Mega.
Hello, I am Mega, and I play Eddie, the Otter Boy Triton Bastard class. I also play Eddie, and I'll find more ways to play other characters of similar names. Looking at you, Captain Eddie.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think we have like 6 fucking characters called Eddie, to be perfectly honest. We have Eddie the Triton, Eddie the Echo Knight, Eddie the Orphan, Eddie the Captain, and I swear to God there was one more Eddie I threw in there.
It wasn't Eddie, like what I named was Hetty.
Oh, Hetty, yep, we also have Hetty. Yeah, we got 5. Put that shit on the wiki. Following up from that, our next player is Rakusen.
Howdy everyone, I'm Recusant. I play Mavet Soha Fidash, the tree golem monk that is the sap that holds the party together.
And finally, Moomin.
Hello, I am Moomin. I play Seer. And they are a fire genasi alchemist who very much, fixes the group as well as, doesn't let people die despite what's going on. And they are dressed as a clown now.
Yeah, I forgot about that small detail. Wow, you guys, the last session did not go the way I expected. So to neatly wrap it up into a bow, Eddie was really drilling at Captain Valentine on his relationship with his mother, and he was very well, actually, the issue is he's very tight-lipped about their relationship, saying that his mother had something very precious to him. His vocal cords, as strange as that sounds. And Eddie organized a little one-on-one with his mother and figured out where those vocal cords were and gave it back to him. As a little bit of a B-plot here, Seer and Aluya ran into a couple water genasi that were hiding amongst the citizens in Tandeka Island. And from what you've gathered, they are part of the Rebirth Bastion, and they are working under a person called Captain Eddie, who works under Quagmire, a hot button name that you guys have been learning about. So far, we left the story at the manor with Captain Valentine getting back his vocal cords, and I believe those were the major beats from the last session, as you guys nearly avoided a combat. As well as, see, I think the last most important part is Seer promised to join these people and were given a rendezvous point at 8 a.m. the following morning at a shack.
What could I say? The U.S. military is very persuasive. I mean, the Rebirth Bastion.
They have really good benefits. All right. Now we're gonna get started here, and Hey, Moomin, I got a question for you.
Lay it on me.
Where's Nita?
So, if you remember correctly, Nita
Yep.
specifically asked me to have them always with Seer
Yep.
at any point.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So currently, wherever Seer is, Nita is. So I would assume side by side.
Well, hang on. We need to specify something here, Moo. I'm not asking where Luya is. I'm asking where Nita is. Hang on. Rakuzen, what do you do with Nita?
What was that?
What did you do with Nita?
Don't
It's a
squeal.
simple question.
I played dumb. Don't squeal.
They're not in my pockets.
Empty your pockets.
Nope. Let me just peer inside my belly.
Nope.
Reaches my hand in there. Yep, they're not in there.
Mega.
Like for your,
What happened to Nita?
Right, fine. I put them in Moomin's pocket.
damn it, Mega, you squealed.
Everyone, chase
Look,
it.
No.
I would be more than happy to pull Nita out of Moomin's pocket, but I don't think that's Twitch appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
Took a lot of practice.
All right. Everyone ready to hit the ground running here? Actually play a little bit of D&D, pretend like we're fantasy people, a fantasy otter in a fantasy island on a fantasy ocean.
Can we play in a fantasy desert instead?
Oh, you guys had that option and you kind of fucked it up. Sorry to say.
Damn.
You really screwed the pooch on that one. All right, let's set the scene here. Eddie. Well, actually, I need to ask the rest of the party. I believe where we left off, we were in the master bedroom for the Hayes estate. Eddie was leading the way, and I believe the rest of the party was following suit. Am I correct with that? Do I have the right visual that everyone's in the same room here?
Unless I'm misremembering, I thought specifically Seer and Aluya were off doing their own thing separately because they didn't want to draw attention to.
That's right.
Like,
Yep, that's right. It is because they're being followed. Yep. Okay, so it's safe to say that the party split and can reconvene soon. Yeah, because there wasn't too much of a split, or sorry, the split didn't last for too long. So lagging 10 minutes behind this scene would be Moo and Nita. So, Eddie, Mavette, both of you are within the master bedroom, and we see Captain Valentine just stroking his neck. And it was a very strange visual, because it wasn't gory, it wasn't bloody. It was, he picked up these long, meaty strands, brought it close to his neck. He saw a turquoise glow as he rubbed his neck, and almost like molding clay onto clay, just see his neck smooth. And he says,
"Thank you. I appreciate it."
See him begin to cough from how raspy his voice is.
You need, like, a drink of water?
Oh yes, please. Would love some water.
Sparkling,
Looks towards the tree man.
flavored.
Mavette leaves and goes to the tub to get some water.
Yes,
The captain looks towards Eddie.
yes.
You okay? I actually need to hear this, Mavette. You're grabbing the. Are you taking the tub?
No,
Taking a
Mavette
bucket?
Mavette goes to where we showered Papa
Yep.
Eddie,
Mhm.
or bathed Papa Eddie, and he
Yes.
goes and grabs a cup of water. I don't believe we drained it, so I'll
Nope.
just scoop out some water from there
Yep.
and bring it back.
You. And Valentine grabs the cup, begins to drink it greedily. You hear him just crunching a little bit of ice in his mouth.
Oh, yeah. Yes, that's good. I needed that.
And he sticks out his tongue, pulls out a couple of hairs.
What the hell?
And looks towards you.
Oh, that must be Papa Eddie's flavor.
Papa Eddie's flavor?
Looks towards Eddie.
You know what? I'm just gonna step outside for a few minutes and grab some, like, different water for you.
Okay.
Oh, hold on.
Just
What's
like,
this
just-
about
just
Papa Eddie's
Doesn't
flavor?
feel like
As he
answering the
does-
question.
Yep. You disappear before answering.
Just like poofs in a puff of smoke.
Yep. Happens.
So, you're a tree.
Looking towards Moped.
Yes. Are you a
Ah.
lumberjack?
Well, I won't call myself a lumberjack, but I've had my hand on knacks before.
Just don't bring it towards me, and I won't
Yeah.
have to kill you.
Lovely.
Or harm Eddie.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Suddenly poofs back in. Alright, so like this is coconut water with a pineapple twist and some ice.
How much rum?
Link's eyes.
Hold on. Poofs away again.
So you sound a lot nicer than your sword friend.
Yeah, he's a bit of an asshole. Not gonna lie. Yeah, he's got quite the mouth on him. Ah, fuck you!
Shh, 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 shh. Just like fucking, you just see his hand shaking as he's holding down the hilt to keep it from rattling.
Why you?
Can you guys communicate through your heads? Or does he just randomly make you say things before you got your cords back?
You would just randomly make me say things.
So you were like a puppet.
What? No, what? No.
Well, yeah, he was the little making you talk. That's why you got beat up by those weak people.
Right, so like I couldn't
Yeah.
decide on a volume, so I just brought the whole bottle.
Okay. Oh, that's great. And you hold out a bottle and like a glass of like mixed waters.
And they're both in his hands.
Yeah. So you see his hand like coming towards the options. Immediately just go for the rum, pops the cork, and just begins chugging it.
Oh, that's a lot better.
Hang on. Just holds up a finger. Just starts drinking it again.
Nothing really gets the vocal cords going than a little bit of rum. Thank you, Mr. Hayes.
Gives you a nod.
Well, then I'll just drink this. And it just starts drinking the water.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I mean, he got a whole glass and everything. Some of y'all drink. But then it's like, oh, you know what? Like Eddie will like stop mid sip, like hold out the glass and kind of like sprinkle it over like Mavette's feet.
Good stuff. As you see Mavette's toes just begin to wiggle as he attempts to make gulping sounds like the other people.
Hang on. Seer, would you be eventually going back to the Hayes estate, or do you have other plans in mind?
We can't. The problem is that we're being watched, so we had to literally go into an inn. That's the problem. We were assuming to be betting at a different night because the problem is.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah, that's why I wanted to know, because you dealt with the main tail, and I just wasn't sure if you were going to the Hayes estate afterwards or if you're getting a room.
Getting a room. I'll have Louis and I share a room.
Okay.
Right, everybody on Twitch, get ready for some fanfic.
Hmm.
Well, we just grab a horn.
Yeah. So,
Turns out we're just making a cake.
all right. So let me just ask the party: would you guys like to take a long rest and reconvene, or do you guys have other plans in mind here? Because I know, like Mega, you would have obviously some questions to ask Valentine since you helped him find his voice. But I'm trying to get an idea of how the party gets back together, essentially, or if there's a rendezvous point between everyone.
Actually, if um, just for the party's benefit here,
Mm-hmm.
uh, Eddie, previously, like before, Eddie would officially lose contact with Seer. Eddie would say, "Hey, can you maybe tell me the place where you plan on staying?"
I think there's just a few awkward moments of silence where he blinks a couple times. Just to clarify, because I want to make sure I didn't mishear. That was directed towards Valentine, correct?
No, that was toward
Okay.
Seer and Aluya.
Yes. Okay,
Well, I
thank you.
guess more specifically Seer, because only Seer was the one that
Yeah.
smoked
Okay.
earlier.
Okay, good. Please go ahead, Seer.
Am I free to give the name of the place?
Yes, ma'am. Jackhammers.
All right. We shall call it the Shovel Newt.
Okay, the Shovel Newt.
All right. You guys should get a package sometime in the morning.
Good to know. Then we'll be careful. We have to be up early, so make sure they send it early, not, by the sun.
Well, you might want to look around for it, because they won't leave a trace.
Fair enough. Then I shall inform Louis as well. We'll just peacefully rest here.
Okay. Aluya! Hey, how's it going, girl?
Hey. I'm sorry I'm late.
No, that's perfectly fine. Anita, would you like to introduce yourself and your character?
Sure. Hi there, Nita here. I play Oluya Oblak, the human cleric sorcerer.
Actually, before we move on here, Aluya, if you don't mind, I would like to see a little bit of a scene of back and forth between Aluya and Seer in their well, we won't say a hotel room, but at their room in the inn about everything that transpired so far, because I haven't really gotten a feel or input on what Aluya's been thinking or doing during last session's little convo.
I need a recap because I wasn't there either.
It's perfectly fine. Seer, if you want to give her the quick lowdown on what you discussed with the Genasi.
All right. So, Aluya, I'm going to give you the quick and dirty. Here we go.
Okay.
So, we were having fun, making money. You were dancing, shaking around. I was eating candles, getting sick. My tummy hurt. And as we continued on, we found some weird people that were following us. Then these people were like, "We know who you are." And we're like, "Crap." And I'm like, "I can't exactly run away." You're like, "Stick with me." And I'm like, "All right, cool." So we go into this weird house. Doesn't seem threatening. They rip off their skin. Suddenly, frogs. 2 frogs. One of them had lipsticks. I don't know how, since they're usually mucusy. So, they're being nice and friendly. They love us because they're also Genasi. They're made of water. I'm made of fire. They don't know that you're made of lightning. So, as we continue chatting, they then say this, "Oh, hey, I gotta tell you something, but if I don't tell you, you could leave. But if I do tell you, I can't let you leave if you say no." I'm like, "Well, damn. All right, go and ask." So, apparently they're part of the, the resistance that is currently trying to destroy the world. AKA Rebirth Bastion. They asked us to join Mestrella's army. I'm like, cool beans. We'll join. Because why not? Know the enemies and whereabouts. They told us where Quagmire is, and they also told us how to get to where we need to go. So if we find Quagmire and we work undercover, then we could basically sneak into everywhere. You know?
They have not told you the location of Quagmire.
I thought you. Oh no, you mentioned about. Sorry.
Yeah, that
About
they work
the.
underneath Quagmire. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's how I was messing up.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
with that said, Aluya, after that we leave. We're like, damn. Then suddenly, someone else is following us. I can't tell who it is. Turns out it's a drunk that's really sad that his wife left. So I try to calm him down. He takes my advice and turns it into murder. I make him go to sleep.
Oh. Okay.
And then had to tell Eddie, hey, we might be being followed or people are watching us because they know who we are. So we had to split. Eddie's like, cool beans. All right, I'll see you later. And we're like, cool beans. And we go to an inn. It's called the Disheveled Newt. And now we rent a room together. You do the talking, I'm eating candles.
Oh, sorry, I was writing something.
Yep.
So did we just volunteer to be spies or something? Well, no, not they don't know we would be spies, but I guess we would be spies.
No. Think of it's more like the recruiting genasi, just by the fact that due to the perjury that is occurring to us, they want to help us be freed, and it's rather a nice goal to be a part of since some people don't want to be murdered in the streets. But then again, they're also proposing to murder people in the streets.
Alright, aren't you opposed to the killing of people though?
You are correct, however, let's put it this way, Luya. It is a grand opportunity to know our enemy. In fact, think of it like this. If we didn't agree, we would have no clue that they were here recruiting Genasi actively, which means there are Genasis all about. Lastly, you and I, well, look like the enemy to people, which means they'll most likely work with us. So I don't think they know who we are yet, which is good. Which is why we can't work with Eddie and everyone else, because, well, then people are going to ask why you're working with Genasi. Make sense?
Yes. It's just I heard some interesting information when Eddie was talking to those guys outside. The Crimson Fist, right? It's just I now have a lead on something and I kind of want to follow it.
We can. It's just, well, as you already know, our schedule's tight. We have to, well, we just have to be at our meeting point in the morning. Or was it in the evening? I think it's in the evening.
8 a.m.
I was right, in the morning.
Well, okay. I mean, I'm going to stick with you regardless. So if you think that this is the way to go, that's fine by me.
We could still follow the lead. It's just, are they people that operate only in the morning, or do you think they're people that operate at night as well?
I don't really know the inner workings of gangs and stuff. Mobs. I don't know. Gardening clubs? I don't know how they operate.
Well, if it's a mob, then I doubt they sleep. But it's really up to you if you want to investigate. It's just I don't think we'll have a restful night in this moment here. Kind of pointing to, I imagine this inn's not like the fanciest inn, Gray. I imagine it's like a regular studio size room. Maybe even smaller.
Yeah. That'd be appropriate. Imagine a studio-sized area with 2 beds, a wardrobe, and In particular, like a very small window, and it's one of those cross windows, if it makes sense to you. Like you can't open it.
Fair enough.
Mm.
Then. But that's why I want to let you know, Oluya, is mainly because, well, I just want you to know that it's easy for people to spot me, as you saw with those Genasi people that were talking to us. If they were able to spot me, I bet you there's going to be people that could spot me as well. You have the convenience of hiding a bit more, though.
I wonder how they spotted me as you eat a fucking candle like a carrot.
It's delicious. So, here's my question for you, Leah, then. Would you like to investigate tonight and then we might not have a restful night, or would you like to have a restful night with me?
I know you're pretty tired, so I would rather you get as much sleep as you can so you're pretty refreshed, you know?
I appreciate that. Before I sleep, I might concoct some few things. Since we traveled too far, I might have to make another rascal.
Alright. Well, I could be lookout and then you can get the rest you need.
Don't be too far. You're not safe either.
Well, I don't mind looking the way I do, I guess. You're like, no, you must hide. I'm like, fuck that shit. No, thank you.
True, but I don't accidentally kill things by touching them. I burn things, I
don't
things.
mean to do it, it just happens.
Just use the staff and you'll be fine.
Okay. So, is both parties here taking a long rest?
Oh, I'm not even in it.
Well, there's one thing that Eddie would have to do
Yeah.
before trying to take a long rest.
Yes, sir.
I know you're pretty tired, but we can maybe have a longer conversation in the morning. But there is one pretty important question I have to ask, and it's a matter of life and death.
Yes, Mr. Hayes.
Did you sleep with my mom?
Oh,
Oh.
That's a really long pause.
That's a big pause.
Your silence is
Just thinking.
deafening.
This is not. I'll explain how long the pause was after I'm done rolling. Okay. Okay, that's actually 16. Yeah, looks you in the eyes, Eddie, and there's a couple heartbeats as he didn't quite understand what you said, and I think he might just say, "What? One more time, Mr. Hayes? I don't think I heard you right."
Did you sleep with my mom?
No.
Have you ever thought about it?
No. For the audience, I rolled during this entire thing, I rolled a D100, got 71. And before answering his first question, I got a 16, and now I rolled a 20 for his second question. Or sorry, 22. Charisma checks.
Ain't gonna die.
D100 charisma checks? What?
No, sorry. The D100. The D100 is not important for you to know. The D100 is something for myself. The 2 charisma checks are what's important. One was 16 and one was 22. You don't know whether it's persuasion or deception.
It's like he's going to like a take back his pipe,
Mhm.
smoke into it for a bit, breathe it out. He'll say, "All right, but it's really important that you know I'm not the one you have to convince. If you're telling the truth, then you'll probably wake up in the morning."
Is it hot in here? It feels a little hot.
And he just starts drinking the rum again.
And this is to Valentine,
I mean,
right?
if you're feeling hot, you can always
Yeah.
take off your clothes.
Thinking about it.
And yes, it is, Aaliyah. Valentine's being interrogated whether he slept with Eddie's mom. Okay.
Eddie, he seems a little weird by that question. Are we not allowed to sleep with your mom?
Well, it's less of being allowed and more. See, Pops loves Ma a lot. Like a lot. And Pops is a pretty powerful guy. If the captain's not careful, he can make sure it looks like an accident.
But usually it's safe to sleep with someone next to you so they could be a lookout in case, bad people come. That's why I sleep with my eyes open. I make sure everyone is okay. Maybe he sleeps with his eyes open. He could have protected your mom if he slept with her.
Oh, really? You don't really understand. I basically asked if he pollinated my mom.
And pollinated.
That's gonna slowly walk out of the door.
Okay.
I will go chilled with your guard friend and keep watch. I won't pollinate with him, but I will sleep next to him and keep eye on the house.
Mama just like leaves on that note.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mavet doesn't feel comfortable talking about pollination because he does it asexually.
It's a very uncomfortable topic.
Just coming in with that ace energy.
Yeah. Okay.
And I guess as the door closes, just like Eddie just looks over to Captain. I don't know. You want to pollinate?
No. No. He just keeps drinking this fucking rum.
I think that calls for an insight roll to see if he's closeted or not.
Closeted.
You know what? Just for fun.
Yes, sir. Insight check.
The funny
Alright.
part is that Eddie has means of like having to avoid these insight checks, but he chooses
Yeah.
not to.
What a nice guy. Alright. Sent you the roll.
He's a real
And
chill
just
dude.
just clarify, what's the insight check over whether or not he wants to pollinate? Oh my god.
It didn't let me roll for
Yeah,
guidance,
you can
but
roll the d4. That was my bad. Just roll d4. Wait,
21 insight.
okay. Just to clarify, what part were you insight checking? This is very important to me.
No, it's that it's that bit in the end after he asked that question.
Hang on. Hold on 1 second. And fuck. Honestly, like at this moment, he may be although he's sounds like he's violently against it. You know, deep down, he might be up for it.
It's like smokes in one more time, lets it out. Like before saying, "You know, you do seem pretty stressed. And if it makes you feel any better, I won't tell anyone."
Quirks an eyebrow. Then he just says, "Promise."
His honor.
Yeah, I could. I could use a little stress reliever.
All right. Hey, Eddie, can you turn out the light?
And like usual, we have a fade to black.
You thought it was going to be a Louie and I, but in reality, it's
Yeah,
Eddie.
no, that was a curveball on me.
We can't fade to black. We got to know who's on top.
No, well, that's a story for another day.
And Valentine Bang.
Hang on. See his performance.
Is that a nat one?
Hang on. And test
No,
out
the
two
nat
things.
one was his charisma check.
Yep. Yeah. Check. Oh my god, what a terrible lover. Hang on.
Oh. Woof.
It is not really that good, but he goes on like for way too long. He's doesn't
What
have the skills, but he has the stamina.
It's like I know, like if like perhaps letting that that role Eddie's role extend a little bit.
Yep. Go ahead.
Do you think it's because of a lack of experience or more like or like just nervousness on his part?
He has a sore throat.
Actually, a lack of experience. And and I believe like you'd come to actually two conclusions. It's either the sword is ruining his chances, or it could be his link and infatuation with Minerva. So you have no idea whether his inexperience is more leaning towards one end or the other. But it could more likely be a combination of the two. But that being said, he doesn't have a lot of partners in bed.
Well, then, in which case, it would kind of like then make sense to where it's like basically like Eddie would like recognizing that and like seeing like I guess like experiencing like how poorly he's
Yeah.
performing. I think he would actually like step in uh and take the lead with him.
And
Since Mavette's on guard duty,
yep.
are y'all making noises? Do I hear anything?
Not with the performance
Details.
that bad, dude. Are you kidding me? It's fucking straight Silent Night.
It's like shh, just let me do all the work.
Goddamn. Okay. Do we pivot? What the fuck's the tree man doing in the guardhouse? The gate is empty, but you see a patrol of people outside.
I'm just going to be doing my sentry rest,
Okay.
keeping an eye out, while I lay inert until I get a long rest.
Are you taking the guard's chair?
No, I'd probably be just sitting next to it. I don't
Okay.
need a chair. It's made out of wood.
Yes, sir. And that offends you down on your deepest level, doesn't it?
No, it was a weak piece of wood to be turned into a chair.
Probably.
It deserved its fate.
It's probably a weeping willow with how much of a pansy it was to get chopped down.
Only I knew how to cast communicate with chair.
Only if you need that spell. Yeah, the camera lingers on Mavet for a little bit. We look towards the gate. And in the distance, we see the dancing of shadows. Then we transition over to Aluya and Seer.
We're having a wild night, even better than Eddie's. No.
Be
I'm
gentle.
always Seer. No, we're just chilling. Seer said she had some things to take care of, so Leah would kind of just be chilling around the room, just watching her do her thing.
Very much you'll see Seer just like mechanically making another little dragon that you remember they had before. Meticulously making it out of a tankard, as well as smashing it with a hammer to shaping it. It's not a quiet process. It's very much like Aluya's just sitting there watching this clinking and tanking of this thing. And then
On a
eventually
scale
Seer
from
will...
like 0 to Tom and Jerry, how Tom and Jerry is it?
I would say it's Tom and Jerry enough that it seems on the realms of reality, but like Aluya would still be being like, "What? Why would you put that?" What I call bubblegum science.
Bubblegum science.
If you look at all the science people, they'll be like, "All right, I'm gonna make a bomb. I just need a paper clip, a cardboard box, and bubble gum. But eventually you'll see Seer have a little small gem they pull out, and they'll insert it into this small mechanized dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes to life.
Well, look at that. That is pretty cool.
It's useful.
I don't know why you needed a button and a thimble for it, but do you?
It's because I heard the adage, a button and you're as cute as a button and a thimble, but I don't remember where I heard it from.
Ah.
You'll see Seer just flick it over to you as you see this creature land on you.
Does it get shocked?
It's made of metal.
Do you touch it?
No, I mean, it lands on me, so I just wanted to make sure it lands on a good spot.
It's up to Seer. She's the one who fucking threw it at you.
I imagine it's like landing near you, you know?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But you'll hear Seer go like, I don't usually often do this for people, but you can name it.
Oh, you want me to name this? But you had the other little guy and you named it Rascal, right?
I named it Rascal just because I worked with kids. Usually younger kids like cuter names, but it's up to you. Besides, strange way to describe this to you, Leah, but well, don't think of it as a separate entity. Think of it as a part of me. If you touch it, I feel it. If you hold it, I feel hold. Kind of that scenario.
Okay, I've got a name for it. Spanky.
Why Spanky?
Out of character, you said his name was Rascal, and I thought Little Rascals and Spanky was one of them.
I love it. I love it. That's why I was just saying.
I don't know. It just kind of came to me. It's Spanky.
Yep. That's the same way I spelled it. That's what it's called.
Spanky it is.
Is it the same like a general like shape as your last homunculus, or does this one look different?
Instead of having 2 bolts for eyes, it has 1 bolt for an eye, and the bolt that I try to put in is actually in its chin.
Shit. We gotta change all the artwork now, god damn it.
No, but we'll keep it. But you'll see her kind of like smile and go like, Spanky it is then. Feels like a good energy. Then again, you always have good energy, so. Very fitting.
Alright, Spanky, you and I will watch over the theater.
Flies up.
I'll watch myself. Glad you enjoy it. I could take a break, though, if there's anything else you would like to do tonight. I think... Well, if you use the staff and turn human, do you think you want to grab drinks?
Drinks? I don't know if I really drink like that, but with you, yes, I would love to.
I don't drink often because, well, weird things happen.
Like what? You lose your shoes? You walk like a duck?
No, my body gets far hotter because what will happen is that when I do drink alcohol, flammable, if it's in my stomach, I grow in temperature. So I save it for special occasions. I think this is special.
Well, I would agree. I mean, I had a great time with you today, so why not end it on a bang?
No, I don't want to end on a bang if that's when I drink too much.
I don't want to explode, but Damn it.
I appreciate that. That's why go for wine, don't go for harder stuff, because, well, there was this one time when I almost went critical.
I kind of want to see it, but I understand you don't want to be a danger to anyone. But there is a part of me that's like, do it.
Well, feel free to share that opinion more often then, because I'm not too picky. Not only that, but, well, like you and Eddie, you both, I hold your opinions higher than most. It's rare to find people that I get to connect with. Although your connection is different from theirs.
Gonna look at Seer. Seer, that was beautiful. We should drink more for that.
If you want, just remember, I'll put my thermal blanket out. I think we'll be okay.
So
Uh,
we cut to see you both at a bar then, like, or at least like the bar
No,
at the inn, or
Basically, they're gonna bring alcohol into the room.
okay. So do you call for a service to like get you some booze then?
Yeah! And Olivia's the one that could be, like, grabbing stuff, because if they use the staff, they could turn human for a little bit, get the stuff, turn back to normal.
Yep. Okay. Well, first of all, you guys are buying an inn. It's gonna cost 1 gold from you each with these extra services. I'm gonna say like well, it depends. Like what's the quality of the liquor you're getting?
You got this, Aaliyah.
the quality.
You covering me?
Like hard liquor that like we don't have to drink it hard. Like we can just mix it with things. Like they're dangerously good, right? Like they taste like candy, but they get you shit faced.
Ah, schnapps. Gotcha. No, I'm fucking with you. So yeah. Well, I'd say like something around these parts, like spiced rum would be more of a common thing around here in wines, like spiced rum and wines. I would even go so far as to actually throw it in Eddie's ball court, since it's a little cultural significance here. Like, what would be the state of liquor on this island?
I would say like the best liquors are probably like reserved for like for like the resort areas as well as the estate and all like basically the places like much more geared toward like tourism.
Yep.
It's like but I would say that because of the unique nature of this particular island, provided that a business is willing to like make that trek inward to achieve it, it's like there's actually like opportunities for like a lot of different kinds of alcohols due to the variety and abundance of fruits that they could potentially try to turn into alcohol.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking was like a fruit-based booze here, and I could go so far as to say that, you know what, Aluya, we could probably find is candy flavored liquor, but it'd have to be based on like a common fruit. You know what I mean, like a banana or apple.
Okay, apple's fine with me.
Apple's fine. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. Just to go with Mojo, since like you guys are in a sailor dominated like a populated area. Like I would say like the very first thing you would be able to get is like a spice rum that's flavored with apple and has a sickly or like it's appled flavor, but you could obviously tell that they add an extra sweetness and bite to it, to the point where you could really say, oh yeah, this tastes like a candy. And I would say yeah, so in total, 1 gold piece from both of you, and I'm gonna need 5 gold pieces for this, and I'll explain why in a second.
I'll pay Sears' portion. That's fine.
Yep.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna say
You
the
know
reason.
them before.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this stuff's a little bit more top shelf. Now it isn't exclusive, like the very best of the best, but it's some of the better stuff you guys can find around here, and I assume you guys wouldn't mind dishing out a penny or two for a good night.
Okay.
Yeah. And I would say, like, as it gets later into the night, you guys get your little shipment. You hear a knock on the door. This is before you get your liquor. Just knock, knock, knock.
Olu's gonna look at Sear, and she's going to change. And then
Fear's gonna go to a spot and just like hide themselves for a bit.
I'm not gonna open the door all the way. I'm going to just slowly open it, but have my foot towards the back of it. Hello?
Hello? Yes? Were you the ones that ordered the liquor? Room 103?
Please tell me this is a small child that's like having to carry giant ass bottles.
Yes, that is us. You have it all?
Just clarify, you opened the door?
No, it's still
Yeah.
slightly open ajar.
Yeah, that's the visual I need in my head. Yes, I have it.
Just pass it to me. Please.
Oh, okay. And how do you... So do you crack the door?
Just a smidge more, just where the bottle can get through.
Well, I've got a little bit more than just the bottle here.
That's okay, we'll do it one at a time.
Oh.
That's good. I'll give you a gold for it.
Oh. Yes, ma'am. And the woman on the other side just gives a bit of a nod, and she passes you the bottle first. It's a brown bottle, big label. It's black with a white graphic design on it. I would go so far as to say it's like a Jolly Roger. It has a skull, and between its teeth, you see like a simple design for a candy piece.
Okay. I'm just gonna take one, put it down next to me, like a chain system. Once she's done, I'm just gonna politely give her a gold piece.
Do so. And what comes next is a little bit of a brown package.
What is this?
It's from the Hayes family.
That's for us, Aluya.
Oh, okay. Thank you for everything.
Nods.
I'm just gonna open it more.
Make sure you leave a review, Pep. Just
bye.
bye. You hear footsteps fall down the hallway until they die.
Remind me, what's in the box?
Eddie, what's in the box? They'll give you a little bit of freedom of like if it has a particular shape or if it's like a box.
Does it seem to be discreet packaging?
It is discreet packaging. It's, I would actually. Well, funny enough, it's like I would actually like wonder if like no, I think that would possibly be too expensive. Or sorry, I'm mentally debating with myself if like if you know like there would be like a certain like market for having like seaweed paper for packaging.
I could see it.
But I think that
You know what? I
we'll
would
go
even
with
go
that.
so far as to say that's a main import to the island, from, say, sea elves.
Yeah, so then it is a small package, wrapped in seaweed paper. It's fairly discreet, doesn't have actually any like uh markings or even a label with any address or anything like that.
Hmm.
It's like a paper with a simple tie. It's not particularly large either. It's like something that could easily fit in one's hand for this particular package anyway.
Okay. This is what's before both of you. Do you open it?
Air opens it unfazed. No caution at all.
Dexterity save, please.
Okay,
Nah, I'm
I
fucking
die.
with you. You're fine. Eddie, go ahead. What the hell's in there?
What you get is a 4-inch vibrate. I'm just kidding.
It's weird. It
uh,
says bad
That
dragon
could
on
have
here. What
been
the fuck does that
useful.
mean? Dragonborn.
What you actually get is a box, which if you open, then that box is what appears to be a small um circular or spiral seashell.
Hmm.
Think think in this case I guess maybe something closer to a not exactly how it is, because that's a very different system, but you know how in One Piece, the kind of snails that they have,
Yep.
their shells are just
Bent and
very
mushy.
donut-esque, that sort of shape.
Yep. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Mushy,
I think
mushy.
Sierra would be like, this is what they meant by delivering it sooner. Allows us to be in contact more then.
Oh, so this was what Eddie was talking about. The shell phone.
It's going to help us greatly since, well, we are doing what I'm thinking we will do, which is working behind enemy lines. We'll need to have this and keep it to ourselves really closely. I think we'll be fine. Here's what I'll say then. I'll hold on to it for the time being, and then if you need to, I will hand it to you back and forth. We'll hand it to whoever's safest to be able to contact.
Probably you. I don't really trust myself with important things, so it's all in your...
Well, I trust you, so don't doubt yourself too much.
50 episodes later, that was a mistake.
True.
Okay. So I want to hear the highlights of the night between the both of you, because it sounds like you're both loosening up. I want to hear how fast you girls go through the bottle, what you girls do, what happens throughout the night. Give me a couple scenes here.
I mean, I can't speak for Seer, but I think Alu will pour the glasses for each of us, and I would just casually drink and talk and just wind down a little. And then once it starts to really get in Alu's system, the glasses start becoming more and more full, and she's drinking more.
Yep, it's downward spiral. I gotcha.
So, well, and here's what makes it kind of interesting and great. I was thinking about this with the lore stuff.
Yep.
Fire Genasi would be fucking raging alcoholics because
Yep.
alcohol is fun for them. But the reason why I described that is because Seer, let's put it this way, so for Aluya, they drink a normal amount. Seer might drink double, but it's because due to the alcohol thing, it kind of like burns out more. So maybe instead of seeing like Seer drinking it normally, you'll see more of a fire in their breath. You might notice some like little bit of heat from them, but they're doing the same thing you're doing, Alune, where we're just chatting back and forth. And I was thinking, what conversation would you ask Seer? Because I imagine Seer's just like more reserved. And go ahead.
Well,
Great, sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just add one more thing on there. I imagine it's even a little bit more than just like more fire and flames licking out of your mouth. I imagine it more like instead of a person outside in the cold, getting seeing the breath. I think for you, it's a similar type of experience, and I don't want to call it smoke because it's not filling up the room, but it's that kind of thing where as you speak, we can see your breath.
I mean, we could just say it's steam.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
A little bit of steam. Yeah, a little bit of steam. Steam just comes out of your mouth as you speak. But yeah, what kind of conversation would be the highlight of the night?
I think Aluya would, I guess, try to understand more from Seer's past if she's willing to divulge. She'll talk about, her parents and Corderosa and what it's like there and all the different races and people. But she'll get curious, and so I know with the whole Genasi thing, like there is maybe another body or not body, dead body. I don't really get it, but I still feel like me and I have my memories. Do you remember anything? Your childhood? Where you're from? Maybe did you have somebody?
The best way I'd explain it to you, Luya, there's a lot of things that are different about me now that I don't remember. For one, well, as you could tell from me drinking the amount of booze I have, I don't know what my tolerance was before. Or if I were to go a little bit deeper, I don't really remember childhood. I don't remember all my details. It's mainly because, well, unlike you, Luya, mine lived long enough and probably is still alive in some way. If I didn't slay it, I don't know. But usually, when a Genasi is born, if their body is alive, the body uses resources from their previous life to bring them back to life. And what we are born from is, I would describe as the echoes. I wouldn't say a copy, I would say it's more of a warped nature of it. I will say, though, while I don't remember everything, Aluya, I do have things that make me curious. In fact, my whole goal of my adventuring was from a repeating dream that I have that I can never solve, that I can let you know about now. You'll see Seer kind of like sit closer a little bit. And then when they get themselves comfortable, they'll just kind of stare at me and like, you see, the reason why I mention this is because the dream is always the same. It doesn't change. And that's what drives me up the wall, is because it's usually the same at all times. And
Is
I'm
it
wondering...
a bad dream? She's kind of wobbly. Is it like a bad dream or?
No. I would say honestly, if I had a choice to describe it, and you see Seer pausing a lot and you're trying to figure out if, like, she's trying to process it a bit more when you ask that.
You can tell me anything, Sierra. I will not judge you. I
You'll
like
whistle,
when
but I
you
won't.
talk.
I just want you to imagine a fog.
I envision a fog.
There is no sound, and
No sound.
all you hear is the clinking of vials and glass. What you see is something that brings a warm familiarity. A solid oak table with apparatuses and glass and ingredients. I think you could already guess it sounds like an alchemy table.
Oh, like you're making something?
Indeed. But the reason why I describe this is because I'm not at the table. I see a slender form. I hear a sweet voice at the table. I don't know what it is from. I don't know who. But I can remember their words over and over again. It's something that I can't forget because it's always me trying to fill in the gaps, Aluya. The words they say as they usually open their arms to me is very much, "My beautiful Ember, you are so impatient too." And then it just simply disappears in the cackles of a fiery sound. Like my hair that you hear often. They usually also say that they are, well, I think you already heard my goal was to make a panacea, right?
Yes, a planet Peter. Yes.
Sierra's just kind of like smiling more as you're just like losing yourself. It also say after that, as they start becoming lit aflame like a burning figure. After I finish my work, a possible panacea could help many innocents. And then it sputters until it says, "Can build among all souls that these lands." This is what I've dreamed of before. And it breaks apart. But the reason why this strange shade said is that they made it all for me. Or at least I made it all for them. I don't know. They were happy to meet me somewhere. And they said, "May our bonds be forever." Somewhere. It's... The whole room lights a flame in fire. Everything turns to an inferno. But it's not a bad inferno. It's very much a sad one. But I could say the final lines I hear, it's very much the thing that haunts me the most, Lulia, a little bit. "No evil shall separate us, and if they do, I will hunt them to the ends of the world in hopes of reuniting you or in vengeance of the worst of becoming reality."
Oh. You're gonna see her kind of try and sit up straighter, and she looks a little bit more there's a like the green in her is coming out, so she's like, "Oh well, I guess you could say that you have somebody already, and they're probably looking for you."
Don't know. I always theorized the person in the table is actually me, since I'm into the alchemy, but also, you misunderstand, Aluya. If I don't know them, I don't know them. But also, whoever I was before, I'm not them. I am me now.
But you
Also,
don't know. Maybe they'll come back and you'll forget about me. I mean, us. I mean, the group, the gang. We're friends. Hey, now.
I don't think they'll come back for... I don't think you understand, Aluya. As a Genasi, people that you used to love in the past would see you as a beast of horror. A painful reminder of what they used to have. I doubt they'll come back. I'm more in the now, and I would love to solve that answer. But I am wondering about the panacea thing, which is why it's my goal. The last wordings, though, feels like a warning. I don't know if I said it or someone else. But I can say with confidence, Aaliyah, that I don't think you need to worry too much about that. If you're worried.
I mean, I'm worried I would lose you to
Would you like me to
someone
make...
greater. I don't know. You're pretty great, sir, and I mean, I like Eddie, and Marvet is like incredibly cruel and kind of scary to look at. But, you know, you're like super cool, you know? You talk a lot and you're smart, and I like hearing you and looking at you. Wait, what did you say about monsters from the past? Does that mean my parents are gonna hate me now?
No, not if you play your cards right. You still look as you are, but you might change. Maybe due to the fact that you have your memories, you might be able to be seen as their beautiful daughter. For I, though, I'm not so lucky. I don't have the blessings you have. You have the ability to hide more in plain sight versus I.
Well, if I could change things for you to make it easy, or maybe kill people for you. I mean, not kill people, maybe kill people.
Holy shit.
There is like something in me that I am like secretly angry all the time. I don't know what it is. But I would do that for you. I would do many things for you, Sir. It is getting really sleepy now. I don't know what's happening, but your mouth is pretty and I'm tired.
Sierra's just making a smile as they looking at someone just being like, let's be real, they're kind of making a fool out of themselves. But it's kind of adorable because in a sense, like, Aaliyah's trying to be supportive and they're just rambling back on and forth. But not only that, but like, I know Sierra is smart enough to know, like, when someone's talking like that, it's like, hey, it's hard to miss the signals kind of thing. But Sierra very much, you know, as they aren't very charismatic. They're very much laid back. They will look to Aaliyah and be
highly
like,
likely that you're going to lose power today
Okay.
with the winds. If you need anything charged, I would charge it if it's not charged.
Everything's pretty well charged.
Okay.
So.
There's a couple of flashlights on the
my
countertop.
God.
Okay, doke.
Oh, sorry, that surprised you with like, Olivia, you sound different. I would have be like, what's going on? Holy crap. But anyway.
It just continues.
Yeah, so basically Sierra will just say, honestly, Olivia, if I had to ask you to do one simple thing, what brings me the greatest comfort is you just being as free as yourself, because honestly, why I find the group fascinating is the fact that I don't have to hide. I can relax. I can actually drink with people. But in you in particular, I also know that you're not someone that would say things lightly. So, I want you to do what you feel is right, and I want you to say what you feel is right. My mind and whatever you desire is always open. But might as well fix an issue for you. I poke Louis with a small prick, and I do lesser restoration on their drunkenness.
What does
And
that
so it
feel
is
like?
The best way I can explain it, Louis, is like Seer will slide her hand onto the side of your waist, kind of thing, and then suddenly you just feel like a poke. It's not like it's like a little needle prick, but it's not that painful, and then it's like they move it away, and then suddenly you don't feel drunk.
Where did that funny feeling go?
Didn't want you to have a terrible hangover. I do find what you said rather adorable, and I'll keep that in mind. Hopefully you'll remember what you said, though, since you're not passed out, though, now.
Yes, I said many things. Haha. But
School, you can repeat what they said.
I'm I I I'm going to be here with you, Sir. And I like being with you. I don't want to not be with you.
Then, as I said, do what you will, be free. It brings me joy and happiness. And I will just revel in it, like we have so far just now. So don't be shy. Seer will attempt to stand up and then possibly get ready to lay down. If
Okay.
Aaliyah doesn't stop them, that's what they will do.
Oluya will lift up her hand, but then decide against it. You have a good night, Sir. I'll be here. I am not going anywhere.
And I won't either. Also, don't feel discouraged. Always be confident. I saw that hand. Falls back into the bed.
She'll smile to herself. You go to sleep already. Good night.
All right. Does anything significant happen? Like during the night here, or do you both just go to bed?
I put the thermal blanket on so I don't light the bed on fire because,
Yep.
oh shit.
Louis will just try and sleep.
Okay.
She'll toss and turn in her regrets, but eventually she'll fall asleep.
Okay. Everyone falls asleep, and it is now the next day. On the following morning.
Anything interesting happened since I was awake the whole time?
So
We
you
leveled
were
up.
looking around the property, like throughout the morning.
Just
Night,
from the
and
guardhouse, whatever I could have seen.
okay.
Because I can't move during my sentry rest.
Mm-hmm. Let's do something here. Okay. All right. I'm gonna offer you a couple perception checks here. Okay. Okay. Make another one. And one last one. Throughout the night, you hear nothing but the blowing of the wind. You look out into the distance and see the city life. It's strange, a little unnatural, as you see artificial lights dyeing the night with a yellowish hue. Even the sky itself, you don't really see too many of the stars, like it's being cloaked by the city. As you look out into the ocean, you do see is a gigantic creature in the distance. Glint of its eye catching you, as it is the size of a whale. And we see it dunk into the water, creating ripples. No event happens. It is the following morning. Yep, I'll say everyone gets up around 7. Okay. Who do you want to start with?
Captain.
Yep.
Will the
there we
guard
go.
dude ever come back to guard?
He will, but let me look at Eddie and the captain here. Then we'll get to the guard. So yeah, like you wanna, Eddie. You know what? Tell me, what does the room look like when you both wake up here?
So, well, the covers are pretty disheveled.
Yep.
And there's like definitely like the lingering smell of mindfuck in the air.
There you go.
You know, probably to help like ease things up a bit. Take the edge off. So, but just like Eddie, just like like turning over to the side, like waking up, it's just like, yeah, it's just a morning, Captain.
You know, I found my voice. I didn't think I'd be going at that high of a pitch, to be perfectly frank. Thought I would just be talking and speaking.
See him get up.
Well, you know, you haven't had a chance to use it in a bit. Gotta stretch all the frequencies, you know?
Gives you a smirk. Hangs his legs over the side of the bed. Gives a stretch.
Come to me.
And you just see like the blade in the distance just dissipate, then manifest on his side.
Damn blade.
You see it just rattling nonstop. There's a lot of like red twine wrapped around it to keep the hilt in place and tied up, to keep it shut up throughout the night.
It looks like he broke through 1, 2.
Anyways, stands up
I
and
guess
begins
he
to
would-
dress. Go ahead.
I guess they were hoping for commentary.
And I didn't want it.
Damn thing says enough.
Why exactly do you keep it around?
Done a lot for this guy. Yeah, no check necessary. Scratches the back of his head. Here, as he like lulls his head shoulder to shoulder, you hear his neck cracking.
Oh. I have a funny story with that.
See, back when I was
wet behind the ears. I was actually a sailor before I was a pirate. My captain stumbled upon a bit of a treasure as we were going through a bit of the hoard that we got from a vessel of pirates. We saw that the treasure had more than just silver and gold. It's this piece of junk, and he gives it a bit of a tap. Well, and he just laughs at himself a little bit. Yeah, I originally intended on selling it. The biggest gamble of my life. Threw away my career, my friends, my allies, made an enemy of everyone and everything, just to get the damn sword. And what do I learn? I learned that it's cursed. Really can't go apart from it, and it does its best to make your life as much of a hell as it can. Just see it rattling more and more. It has its uses. I'd sure as hell like to get the gold for it. Gives it a little bit of a knock. But sadly enough, can't part with it.
So it's cursed in like multiple ways.
Well, yes. Cursed in a lot of ways. In fact, it's taking all my effort not to speak like a cliche pirate right now. That is literally a part of the curse. It really does impose an accent, but thankfully, I haven't had my voice for a while. I think as he's buttoning up his surcoat. Nah, I'd say no. His dress shirt start off with. Just buttoning up his dress shirt, looking at the mirror, checking his chin, seeing the stubble. The damnedest thing about the blade is it really does eat away at the heart. One day, someday out there, I won't be me anymore. I won't feel anything. I won't know anything. I'll be just a... What did your friend say? Oh, yes. A puppet.
And I guess, like, you haven't really been able to find ways to lift the curse off of you?
I've talked to a cleric or two. Held the blade to their damn throat. Told them, I'm done with this. Done with the blade, done with the curse. They tried. Oh, they tried. No. Fortunately, I haven't met anyone powerful enough to remove the curse.
Guess I'm real sorry for that. It's gotta be rough.
I think his back is towards you.
Well, I won't lie. I won't lie, Mr. Hayes. And he chuckles at himself. I won't lie, Eddie. It has been hard. Very, very hard. Done a lot of things that I've come to regret. That regret is what keeps me going. Tells me I'm still there. I can still be ashamed of my actions. I'm afraid one day I just won't be sorry anymore. And I think his head slightly tilts towards you. Side of his eyes, his iris, looking at you. Fortunately, I feel like when I'm around you, gives a slight smirk, I won't be too much of a worry.
Just like grabs his pen and like gives it gives it a drag and lets it go.
Well then, Eddie, what's the plans for today? As you see him finally put on his surcoat.
Well, as he kind of like starts rolling himself out of bed. Like as like stretches out. In the middle of the night, I already sent. Well, I guess the rest of my friends a crusher phone.
Crusher.
Yeah, it's kind of like it works kind of like a shell phone, but it's not registered with anyone's soul or anything, so very hard to trace. And in a pinch, you can easily crush it with your hands.
You see him uncomfortably rub his nose. Cheeks a little flush from spice rum last night. Oh. Is it just for show or looking towards you?
What do you mean?
Can't we give him a call right now?
It's always better if they call us first.
Nods.
I don't know what kind of situation they're in.
Oh, I'm sure they're in peril. And I feel like that's a good transition. Let's linger towards Mavet because I pushed Mavet to the side here. Mavet, you do notice in the morning, as you're standing watch, you do notice an old man, a little hunched over, begin to walk towards the gate. See him fumbling around with some keys. Hear a big clank. You hear the metal gate screech open. Trying to remember what the fuck this guy sounded like. I think it was a bit. Was it Southern old man?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mister. Who the hell are you? Tree man.
Yes, I was keeping watch, making sure Eddie's safe.
Oh, that's good on you. I'm very happy that you were at least good to Mr. Hayes. It's good that you're keeping him protected.
And gives you a little bit of a nod at that.
We need more people like you. We need more woodmen.
So who's the big person out in the ocean? It kind of looks like a whale.
A big person. What the hells are you talking about?
I just happened to see a big creature out in the ocean. I just wanted to see if it was friendly or not.
There's a lot of big things out there, especially on this island. You're not really narrowing it down.
Well, if they're big, are they usually nice, or should we stay away from them?
It's best that you keep your distance and mind your P's and Q's.
What's a Q?
Stares at you. See, like, a little bit of chew in his bottom lip.
Son, what the fuck do you know?
Well, I know P is plants.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what Q is.
Do you not know your alphabet of common?
I can't read.
Oh, is that so? You can't read. It's a damn shame. We're strange as hell to you. You'd figure pages of a book come from a tree. You'd figure a tree would know how to read. Tell you what, I got a little bit of time on me.
And he begins to close the gate.
You got a moment? Why don't I show you a thing or two?
Hobbles over to his little station.
Come here. Let me show you. Okay, can you read this line for me? Let me see how bad you are. Okay, you can't read, period. Oh, do you understand this letter?
No.
No shit.
If Mavet wants to, he can start being taught how to read by learning the alphabet first.
I don't think this is going to work. I'll check on little Eddie and see if he's okay. I think he pollinated.
Pollen what? Fuck are you talking about? He's not a plant.
Okay, bye-bye.
Stares at you as you walk away. Do you do a straight line to the manor? Do you follow the path?
I just go basically the way I came to the guardhouse. I would go just straight to Eddie.
Yeah, well, what I'm curious about, Mavet, is if you follow, like, the dirt path in front of you, or not dirt path, the cobblestone path in front of you, or if you're going in the, like, grass.
I would take the quickest way there, parkour.
Yeah. Oh, no, hang on. Well, follow the path. God damn it. You're fucking up the grass.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Oh, you goddamn trees think they can walk on my grass.
Damn old men think I can't walk on grass.
With a little harump, he sits on the stool and cracks open the book. All right. Guess I should ask here quickly from the girls if you mind telling me what the morning looks like? And everyone, please do take a long rest as well. Nothing crazy happened.
Here's what I'll say. Aaliyah is definitely going to be the first one up because I made Aaliyah not drunk. Seer, on the other hand, oh, not a nice morning.
Yeah, please take a couple moments to set the scene here of how you girls wake up and what you're doing.
Oh wait, I was supposed to. Sorry, I was trying to recover my. Oh well, I'll tell you later. But yeah, go ahead, Aaliyah.
She gets up, she gives a stretch, feels surprisingly well for the night she had, and she'll turn over to you, seeing that you're still asleep. And she'll use the staff and she'll go down and get food for you and her.
Oh yeah? What's the quality of the food? Let's see.
I don't know, a nice full and hearty breakfast. She's got the meats. She's got the eggs. She's got the toast. She's got the juice and the coffee. She's got jams and butters.
Yeah, you can definitely have your little continental breakfast. Just gonna say, like, you do notice, like, some of the food is a bit spoiled.
Son of a bitch. She'll just pick off the good ones, and then whichever ones can be salvaged, she'll scrape off the gunk. She'll make sure that Seer has the good ones, and she'll eat the partially busted bits of food.
All right, go ahead. Like, you both begin to eat breakfast. What's the topic this morning? What are the plans?
I noticed that Seer's not well, so Seer, I have breakfast for you. Seer, wake up!
Oh. Oh my god. Oh. Kind of like Seer slowly scooches up, and you just see them. It's one of those rare moments where you could see the fieriness in their face as if it's like something's about to erupt. I need to grab a pot, a bowl, whatever, but whatever's in me is not gonna stay.
Oh, alright, here, use this.
I just want to imagine, like, yeah, Seer, upchucks or, like, throws up, but it's all candle wax. That's all it is. It's just like, I ate too many candles. Oh, my head. Oh, God. Oh, I'm trying to collect my thoughts. Sorry for you to see such a display, Aaliyah.
No, it's okay. I have some toast. How about we start with toast? I won't put any butter or anything on it. Just get something in your system. But I have everything else if you're hungry.
We can easily do that. Oh god, it's rainbow in there. Anyway. I'll have the toast. Did you sleep alright?
Physically, yes. I slept fine. Let's take care of you.
So great. Am I still exhausted?
You would lose a level of exhaustion.
Yay! I'll take it off, or you take it off for me.
How many levels do you have?
So, to explain above table, reason why I was so on edge on transforming into my disguises is because due to the deal, I didn't know what would happen if I disguised myself, and apparently every single time I disguise myself, I get exhaustion.
Factual.
So that means that's why Sia was so panicked, because it's one of those. They weren't panicked about being tired. They were panicking on the complications of what that means.
Yeah.
But yeah, Seer will slowly get themselves back together, headache and all, and be like, I mean, I feel more refreshed. That alcohol helped a bit. help loosen us up, didn't it?
Yeah. I've loosened you up. Everything is in the bowl now. I mean, maybe we can salvage the candles and you can use them again.
Oh,
Just
God.
kidding. I joke.
I was scared that you weren't because I could see that working, but also that I don't want to die, but I also am desperate not to do that. Anyway. We'll have to get ready quickly. We'll have to make our way in our disguises to the meeting point. We have the shell phone, so I'll have to give them a call. I could already tell you're already disguised in your beautiful self, so you're good. I just need to get myself prepared then.
We will take a moment after hearing that. Yes, you get ready. I am set to go. You eat. Make sure you eat. I'll wait outside so we can get going.
I mean, you'll just be waiting outside or you'll be waiting here, whichever you choose.
I will wait outside.
Take Rascal or Spanky with you.
Spanky.
Can do.
Since they are in this now with the altar self, Spanky can ride Aluya's shoulder. And then eventually Seer and Aluya will go back to business of meeting this person at 8 o'clock. Seer is in the clown costume.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, does the entire party regroup for this, or is this just going to be the clandestine mission you two are gonna hold on your shoulders?
I mean, we can. That's what I was gonna say. We could call on the shell phone. So, all right, hold on. Let me type in the phone. All right. Will they pick up? Aluya, let's see how long it takes for Eddie to pick up.
I assume right away. He's the one who gave us the phone.
Ring, ring. Ring, ring.
Peril.
Ring, ring.
Oh, would you look at that?
It's just like oh wait, hold on. It's like it starts digging into the covers. It's like I know I put it up.
Ring,
Here it
ring.
is.
Long,
Just
long.
like us. just like wiggling his butt the whole time, just like there it is. And then like answers it. Hey, what's up?
All right, we're ready to rumble. We're relaxed. I would say peppy, and we are ready to go meet up with the person that we have to meet this morning. You have two choices. You could either join us, or we take care of it ourselves. Problem is, the people we're going to find are expecting Genasi, not normal people. They might be the same person, though, you're trying to reconvene with. What was the captain's name again, Gray, that I have to meet?
Captain Eddie.
I have to go meet Captain Eddie today, so they're associated with the Quagmire.
Wait, so we're not meeting Eddie or we're meeting Eddie? Is this a different Eddie? Can Eddie hear me right now? Hi, Eddie.
Yes, to all of that. Actually, does that work? Can you hear Aluya too? I actually don't know about the, shell phones.
Yeah, it works. I can hear Aluya. It works a little differently from like a sending stone.
Well, with that said, I made my little mechanical friend, so if we need to move things back and forth physically, they can do it for us. But regardless, we both have to go see Captain Eddie for they are the person we need to contact to that will get us to where we need to go. Hence why, if you do come along, there's a chance that you can go where we need to go. And that means that we
Eddie's
might be
ear
able to...
threw up this morning. It was like chunks of wax. It was gross and cool at the same time.
God damn it.
Ugh. Aluya, that's... Eddie doesn't see Seer's face over the phone. Anyway, Eddie, if this might be a prime opportunity to be able to catch a ride, so I'll leave it up to you. But we're gonna go to the meeting. It's 8 o'clock sharp.
Well, like, it would probably be for the best that I didn't show up. So we did have, like, an interesting interaction with him last night. And also, I'm pretty sure they're also working with groups that would more than likely not big fans of like my whole family.
Then what I will do is that we'll take the meeting ourselves, and we'll keep contact and let you know what the results we get. If it's immediate, like we're traveling, then I will message you right away.
Okay. This is a good point for me to tell everybody. Everyone besides Mavet. You feel an ethereal... Yeah, no, it'd be closer to say like a spiritual connection. And all of your connections feel like they're getting a bit weaker. With the Seer in particular, your link just feels a hell of a lot weaker today. And just to specify, like, you guys transported over to Tandika Island. It was like that a free falling motion when you guys fell into this world, in that you have this just connection to each one of you. For Eddie, it's a lot more familiar. Feels like being connected to the Nexus itself. But this is just a good time to bring it up that today it just feels a lot weaker. For one person in particular, and for another person, it feels just the same. Please go on.
Ooh, I wonder what that would mean for the group then, because I feel like Eddie would be more prominent about it if he felt that.
And again, this happens right now, at the start of the new day.
Have you been feeling strange, Eddie? You know what, Louis, have you been also feeling strange?
Strange how? Like from last night, strange, or like
No,
there
that
is.
didn't feel strange. That was fun, but
I mean, yeah. I feel. Well, yeah, there is something off. I can't quite describe, but sure, I guess it's that. I can't pinpoint it.
how about you, Eddie?
I've also been feeling like a little weirder today too, just like a little bit ago.
And you know what? Because we have two Genasi, and this particular example would just be natural. For you, Eddie, if you look down at your arm and move it around a little bit, you leave slight motion blurs. You look down at your arm and fur, they seem just a little bit lighter, a little bit more faded.
Oh. Actually, I have a suspicion about that. But I need to go confirm it.
Then the sooner the better, correct?
Hold on, I gotta grab another. Just like looking around his room. She's like, oh, right. I keep one over in
goes over to the bedside, like bends down a bit. It's like,
Mhm.
There it is.
I'm only mentioning like the bending down bit, by the way, because he has not dressed since he's woken up.
Yep.
That's just. So, like, pulls out another mushroom.
What are you doing
Uh,
over there, Eddie?
It's,
Oh my god! I just want to imagine they're staring at him naked, and then this other guy's
Oh,
just going
yes.
like, "What are you doing?"
What are you doing?
I just need to. Well, you saw me do it last night, so using this to talk to Ma.
Gives a nod.
And then like using it, just like channeling it like into it.
Yep.
Hey, Ma. How are you today? And also, how is everyone else? Is everyone healthy? Please let me know.
Um. Lovely. How about yourself? We are hungry. We are thirsty. We are tired. One person looks good.
Enough to eat.
I'm trying to trying to figure out the finisher for this would be I love you. There we go.
And as the mushroom like fades away, looks over to the captain.
All right, that pretty much confirmed it then.
Mm-hmm.
As he just like then walks back over to the shell phone.
We have an extra wrinkle in the issue.
Do tell.
This so this is a good time to mention because of Eddie's investigation of what's been happening over there. That the current situation that the other people are in is they are slowly getting more and more exhausted. To tell you guys in a mechanical term, and the main reason why I changed the exhaustion rules is that is going to be your guys' overall time limit, is how long these people will live for. And you guys, if memory serves, have 9 levels to work with. And how I'm going to do this each and every day is they're going to make a Constitution saving throw. All they need to do is get above a 10. The caveat is if you roll 1, instead of suffering 1 level of exhaustion, you suffer 2. They can get up to 10 levels of exhaustions. So worst case scenario, 10 days. Absolute astronomically bad rolls could potentially be 5, but that's absolute worst case scenario if I somehow always roll 1.
So that explains why you said my captain got weaker.
Yours is significantly more weak. But yeah. Minimum of 9 days of safety. 10 could potentially be death afterwards.
You know, above table. So okay, Eddie, aka Mega. This
Okay,
actually
Mega.
makes it a beautiful thing that I just realized. So, if this mechanic is hold true, then if we're able to switch back places, we can have the people that are transported away from us take over what we couldn't do. So my investigator could keep investigating situations, and since I find more evidence, they could find more evidence after if I give them my evidence. Your mom, being possibly with Captain Valentine, knowing more information, can also help us out. So I think this isn't a bad thing. This is basically letting us know, find things within 4 or 5 days. And then when we find those 4 or 5 days of things, we transport back and let the people here move forward while we move to another spot, you know?
It will cost an action. That's the only cost it will take to send if any one of you wants to go back.
I get that, but that's what I'm just saying is that it's not a bad thing. It means then we just get this group ready so they can move forward so that if we move into a direction, we can actually handle things a bit more.
Mhm.
It's a race now, Eddie. Let's do it.
It's a race.
But yeah, he'll go ahead and
Yeah, go ahead.
and say,
It looks like that weird feeling we've all been having. It's because the people that we swapped with seems like they're getting weaker too. It's not like they brought any food or water with them when they got teleported away.
That makes sense. If you look into the laws of magic, you can create and destroy things, but it has to come from somewhere or go somewhere.
And this is also important just to bring up for the audience as well to know. The very first interaction I believe Eddie had with his mother, she did mention that there were multiple people and that there were wards.
yep, I remember.
Yeah, no, this is just me reiterating because we're getting to the point of what's happening over on that side, and that is an extremely important detail since what the fuck's his name? Peckins and other allies are also in that area as well. But please go on.
So I guess we do have to be a little bit more efficient with how we're going about things. Because, well, if we're a bit too slow, well, they could die.
Then, Eddie, here's what I propose, because if we need to make things move fast, we have to take risks to move fast. Alui and I are going to go meet Captain Eddie. We will say what we need to say to get us further into I would say, the background of the Rebirth Bastion that will allow us to be able to hone on to our enemy. You should also do the same with things that would help you get closer to where you need to go. Because the advantage, if I think of it as this, is that if I do need to switch, I can. I think the only rule we need to make, though, is that if we are going to switch with the person that we are with, we go at a place where they would be safe. So I would not leave the city, not until I know that they'd have safety and wouldn't die. Why I say this too is because I also know that you wouldn't want your mother to be stuck in the middle of an icy area.
So, well,
As he's just kind of looking over back toward the captain. Just
I am gonna have a bit of a chat with Captain Valentine to see if maybe with a little bit of back scratching, he can help us out. Because at the very least, it seems like everything that he's wrapped up in is also pretty well wrapped in the stuff that we're looking into.
If so, then we need to work fast because the issue is that I want you to know my connection feels much weaker, which means I might have to leave sooner before the rest of you.
So
So I'm gonna work fast.
this is a good time for me just to really make this clear in case I either misspoke or didn't mention this. Towards the action of switching places with your individual. I'm gonna read this verbatim so I don't make a mistake. At the cost of one action, a member of the party can teleport the entire party back to the circle.
Oh.
Yeah, let me make that absolutely clear because I don't want you guys to think that it's individual. This is a group decision. If shit gets really fucked up, this is an option.
I mean, it still sucks a little bit if you think about it, because then, okay. Then I just let them know it's like my person's extremely weak. So, we'll need to move fast. I don't know if we'll have enough time to reach where we need to go. Unless we find a mage that could help us teleport around, but for the time being, we'll take care of our things today. You take care of your things and we'll reconvene.
Yeah, once we, know more about what needs to be done, we can put together a stronger plan of action, yeah?
Right.
Alright, well, you have fun your meeting. I'm gonna get some breakfast.
Okay.
Although I did have
Enjoy.
plenty of sausage last night.
Ha You hear in the background.
I mean, some people can understand that. I don't really understand that too much. Plus, I don't like sausage. I had candles all day.
We
Man,
had
it's sore.
sausage for breakfast. I don't understand.
Yeah, you didn't really I didn't really get a sausage girl reading from you.
You are wise to think that. Regardless, though. Alright, Aaliyah, any last words you want to say to Eddie before I hang up the phone?
Yes.
No, please don't mention my rainbow candle wax.
Oh, no, I won't do that again. Marvette, hello? I haven't seen you in a minute. Eddie? I hope all is well. Hope to regroup soon. Goodbye. Do I just say goodbye? Does it end?
I mean,
just channeling your inner grandma with this shit.
I mean, I didn't say bye yet, so I didn't hang up. Do you want me to hang up the shell phone? Eddie, I'll teach him how to use this. You have a good time. I'll see you soon.
Oh, I should probably tell you. In case of an emergency, if somebody you don't want to finds out about that or is looking for it, you can just crush it with your hand. But in an emergency, you know?
If I don't do it with my hands, probably I'll put it somewhere, more secretive if I had to crush it.
Thighs.
Damn it, you stole my joke. Thunder! Oh, I don't want thunder. Louis my thunder. Wait a minute. Anyway.
You can use Aluya's thunder thighs.
There you go.
Put shell phone between. Anyway, the phone gets hanged up, and then
Okay.
Steve will look to Leah and be like, "You ready?"
I'm ready.
Okay. The two of you begin to travel. Do you guys just walk the streets?
Oh God, I'm gonna have to keep doing the candle act till I get to Captain Eddie.
Well, on the bright side, you have plenty of candle wax left over.
Yep. All right.
This is
So
how,
how
you
do you
recycle,
get there?
kids.
Like, are you like disguised and walking there? Or are you taking the stealthy approach, going through alleys, taking the main road? Like, how are you getting to the shack?
Problem is, I can't take the stealthy approach because I'm literally on fire.
Yes, you
So
are.
I have to do my clown motif again. So we have to slowly travel as I entertain, eating more candles, Louis shaking their money makers or their gold makers, and then just, we'll get eventually to Captain Eddie.
Okay. If that's the case,
We make 150 gold.
well, first of all, we need to do our morning routine here. I'm going to send everyone a wisdom save. Then after, yeah, we don't talk about why. Okay.
Oh no.
Mavet's a god.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might as well flash of genius. Well, wait, I wouldn't know about it, would I? I
Would you
can't
like to
flash
flash
a
a
genius.
genius?
Well, no, I can't flash a genius unless I'm aware of something going on. So if this is like a scrying, no, I can't.
You cannot.
And I got a 13.
Holy shit.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
My fingers automatically did the 1d4.
So high.
Even though I know it's not a thing for.
Yeah, no.
Actually, you know what?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, mine's actually a 22. Sorry.
Okay. Actually 22. All right. Damn, that was unfortunate. I was just about to say like our first success here. But no.
Oh, we failed.
Yeah, everyone
Damn it.
fails. It again, like from the start of the adventure, like clips of your hair, body parts, names, like you guys escaped from people that know you fairly well. But I want to hear everyone's routine. Meg, I assume you go into your room the moment that you see the little ball. Actually, I'm curious.
Yeah, it's just like,
commute?
yeah, it's just like go to look outside the captain, just like, oh, hold on a sec. I'll be gone for like 10 minutes.
Out of curiosity, I assume phone to the other people. Mavet's gonna be coming up here shortly. Like, I assume you spread the word around that time.
Oh yeah, Eddie would try to, inform.
Yep, works out for me. Yeah, everyone is aware of it. Like, as soon as Mavet walks into the room with a fully dressed Captain Valentine and the smells of dank sex in the room.
Smells like fertilizer in here.
No, you're just full of shit. It's not.
Oh, hey, nice pun.
Yeah, I used to be a stand-up comedian before I got into sailing.
I see why that didn't work out for you.
I fell short. Mavet, do you do anything to try to escape this gaze, or are you just letting it be?
I have no idea why they're looking at me, so I'm just doing my own thing.
Okay. Eddie hides away. Mavet.
Wait, do I see a scribing orb?
No. The only inference you have is Eddie mentioning it due to his blind sight.
Yeah, I just act normally.
Okay. Aluya, Seer, during the call, you would have heard Eddie mention that. What do you guys take any precautions, or do you just go about your daily life and stick with the mission here?
I mean, I would have Seer detour a bit so they don't know where we're exactly going.
Okay.
But probably acting suspicious would be worse because the problem is, Squad, you know about things, but if we just don't talk about things, we don't have to. Plus, then they're just gonna stare and go like, the fuck is going on with Seer eating candles and Aaliyah throwing balloons at people?
Well, would you... I can't even offer you an insight check.
No, Scrying's kind of cruel.
Yeah. No, Mega would be the only person I could offer the check to, but he's in different... yeah, he's hiding away, which is good.
But that's also why it's like, honestly, that's what I would do. I don't know what Aaliyah would do, but very much like Seer would just play it up harder as the clown that eats candles.
Yeah, Lily doesn't care. She's just having a good time with Seer, and they're being spies, and they're going to the secret meeting.
Pretty shitty spy when you have a tail.
Or maybe that's what they want them to think.
That's the plan all along.
Yeah.
Yep.
More candles.
The time goes by.
Once that disappears, then I continue on to where we need to go.
Yep. 10 minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes pass. It disappears. Eddie's out of the room. So who? Yeah, I feel like the girls would actually take point on this. Which group would like to go first?
I would actually like to give Aluya and Seer an opportunity, especially since Aluya wasn't here last session.
Yeah, I think that'd be fair because I know Aaliyah, you missed out a lot, so I think it'd be nice to see interactions with what we have with Captain Eddie.
Good call.
Wait,
Good call.
Can we have Captain Eddie played by Eddie just to fuck with the group more?
Eddie? It is you!
Hey, bros. It's, I kind of took over the whole army while in the span of a morning, so I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain.
You can just call me Captain Eddie.
Captain here.
Things are changing.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I'm down for taking the lead on this one because it is. I don't know how long you want to go, and I don't know.
Yeah,
how
I was gonna say
everybody
this
else's
is
time
definitely gonna be our finisher here. Then next session we're gonna be starting with Valentine, depending on how this turns out.
Beautiful. Then, all right, Aaliyah, you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go.
I'm stuck at 97%.
Same.
Don't badmouth
Waiting
me
patiently.
like that. Don't badmouth me like that. Okay.
I do what I want.
Yeah, if you're struggling here, then just press F4. Or was it F5? It was 1 2. F5 is refresh.
Well, you made me turn off my computer. Thank you so much.
Anything for you.
That would be so mean if that's what you did to us. I'd be so mad, but I would laugh so hard.
There we go. Starting to do something now.
I just want to meet an Eddie where it's just like we have Captain Eddie, we have Eddie, we have the other Eddie, and we have Harry, or like Hetty.
We have Orphan
now
Eddie.
We just need to meet a girl named Betty. And it's just like Eddie, but with a wig on.
Okay. If you can see the scene, you girls are going down cobblestone streets. You are still hearing the ruckus of carriages that are without horses. And right next to the small little warehouse that you need to go to here, you see a stable with some animals. And again, they are horses. It's just, there's no carriages, no carts. It seems like they're pets. And you see water basins. To your right, we just see a very large building. And once you look down at the feather that you have in your hand, water cupped in hand, it is the exact place that you need to be. What is the plan?
So, Oluya,
Yes.
I am very good at figuring things out, but I also know that I'm not great with talking. Are you okay if you take the lead on the talking here, since I'm not the greatest with my words?
That's fine with me. They know not to touch me, right? Or maybe they want to touch me. I don't mind, but they will
What?
mind.
Well, here's what we should do then. They will be looking for Genasis, and when we met those frog people, they didn't see you in your Genasi form. So they might ask you to confirm, and I think you can. I'll warn them first, but if you take the lead in the talking, what I'll do is, well, how would I phrase it? I would be your little secretary.
Okay. I will do my best.
That's all I ask. Then, lead on.
Okay. You said the building to the right is where we go?
Sorry. Let's use cardinal directions here. It is going to be to the southwest. So this building right here.
Also, just to make sure it's official, Spanky is going to be hiding in Oluya's clothes.
Yep. He's on the map, and that can absolutely happen.
I'm just specifying because I know, like, if I don't specify, then if I wanted to cast certain spells, it wouldn't work. So I'm making sure it's on Oluya.
Yep. You see a few doors here and there.
I'm in front of a door, right?
Yep. Yes, you are.
She'll dust herself off, give a big old sigh, just let it out. Okay. And she will knock on the door.
Begin to knock on the door. Oof. Oof. Ruby. So, the door begins to creak open, and you see a woman with blonde hair that goes down to her waist. Very long hair. She's wearing a blouse, and she has a very bright smile. Oh, is that you? Looking.
Janet Jackson here.
Janet Jackson. Oh, yes, Janet. Please, come in. And door opens all the way.
Thank you. Excuse me, and let me. I'm just gonna scoot right past you. Oh, just gonna. Thank you.
Door closes, and we hear a click. This way.
Lovely place you have here.
Oh, it is good, isn't it? So as you do walk in, you do see a bit of a hearth. You see the carcass of a deer on the table. And within the hearth, you see a bubbling pot of stew. And as she press around the corner to the room, she opens up another door that leads to a bit of a abandoned dining area is the best way to call this. This warehouse seems like it used to be an inn, but now it is closed down and boarded up. and she motions for you to come out. Or sorry, not come out, come in.
Before I do so, does it feel like we're alone?
As you come to the door, you see about 6 other individuals for a total of 7 people in this building. You see a man in a pirate like outfit. You got the Jack Sparrow hat, you got the long coat, the leather boots, and right now he is just polishing off a blade, while the rest of the people here are all in the room, sitting, talking amongst themselves. They are frog-like people, but with water-like skin. And as the woman leads you in, she begins to tug at her face and rip until the skin comes off and reveals a watery frog. Please, come in.
Thank you. Cool party trick. Sir,
Yes,
do join me.
with pleasure.
Hello there.
Alright. Hello.
Captain at the chair gives you a nod and motions to one of the chairs by the hearth. Right on top of a bearskin rug.
That's what I'm looking for. There we go. Don't
Looks
know
at
if you
you,
remember
both
us.
of you.
This is Sir. I am Janet Jackson. Pleasure to see you all again.
Does the stand up, offering a hand to both of you, offers it to Seer first. Shake your hand.
Seer will shake it and then just simply ask, "Is it safe for me to take off this crown so that I can finally let my hair down and not be acting a fool?"
Gives a nod. There are no eyes in this place. It's a little haven for us to be free, to be ourselves. See the steam from your handshake rise into the air from water and fire touching. Looks towards Janet Jackson and gives a smile. I heard from one of my associates that you're a little shocking to the touch.
Yes, I get it. That was funny. I like that one.
No, I mean
yes.
literally. You will shock me, will you?
Not that I would mean to, but it's best that we do not shake. I'm a hugger, so unfortunately, I can't even do that.
Gives a slight nod and just goes, well, I don't mean to be rude, but I won't give you a handshake. Gives you a little empty chuckle. Sits back on his chair, staring at both of you intently. I think his eyes lay onto Aluya first. Please, feel comfortable.
I mean, thank you. I already am.
No, you misunderstand. Please feel comfortable. Take off your disguise.
There is no disguise, sir. I just have a clown troupe clothes on. I just this is me.
I think what they're saying, Louis, is about the staff thingy.
Oh, I didn't think I put it back on. I put it on
Did
to
you not?
I put it on to get the breakfast, but I was so used to walking around, I just disguised myself.
Well,
as
usually
a
it
troop
lasts for an
member, yeah.
hour. If it helps you, it lasts for an hour. So that's why when you disguise yourself, it's like you look like a normal woman.
Okay.
Yeah. So it means like if Aaliyah wanted to, we could just say it's almost about to run out, and Aaliyah could just drop it.
No, yeah,
Okay.
no, we actually have a legitimate clock. A half an hour has passed. You're fine.
Right, that. Okay.
Please feel comfortable.
All right. Well, here you go. This is me.
Yeah. The man himself, just to describe it, like, you see that his skin is just a deep blue, like the ocean itself. And what's strange is you actually see underneath his skin, you see currents acting like his veins, and they all go towards his heart, like there is a there's a vortex. And I think at this point, he looks at both of you and says, "So," looking at Aluya first, then slowly towards Seer, "how did you find yourself on this island?"
Well, I'm not good with the technical magic stuff, but some weird switcheroo happened, and here we are.
Switcheroo?
Yes, switcheroo.
In what sense a switcheroo?
Like, we were one place, we wound up here, but I guess we took the place of someone else.
Complicated teleportation where it takes one thing to move from another place. So think of it as like if you wanted to have a glass of orange juice go to a different place, you first had to put the glass of water in the spot where the orange juice was to put it there.
I see.
It's less potent and it doesn't require as much powerful of magics.
As I'm gonna have both the players make me a fucking roll for persuasion.
I was about to say a fucking roll. I'm like, no, wait, too early. Anyway. Well, yeah, I think it's persuasion because the best way I can explain it, my character is trying to explain how it works. I'm not lying. I'm just being like, it's like
you girls aren't lying. It's just a very outlandish fucking claim that he needs to see. Louis,
and also, I come from the moon.
But I love.
Oh my god!
We're being persuasive.
Yeah, you are very persuasive. He 100% buys it, and he just goes, "Yes, it makes sense. I mean, it's very uncommon to have 3 different types of genasi find themselves in one place. Although you are a minority, travelers are no strange thing. You tend to move with the current. If you're one type of genasi, we tend to gather up all as one. I am just awestruck. How lucky we can be that more of our brethren have come. Kaz gives you a smile. Please tell me more about this teleportation. Where did you come from?
Well, in my case, I came from the Dominion of Kindle. But before then, I was traveling and then I encountered this companion of mine, pointing to Aaliyah. Before, though, they were someone that, wasn't a genasi, so they are new, recent. So, You could say they don't really have a land they're from. They were created.
Yeah, I we were in some sort of labyrinth, and I awoke to be this.
A, a, a labyrinth.
Yes,
And you woke up like this.
correct.
I hope you are aware of what happens to Genasi, my good captain.
I was. Narrows his eyes and gives a nod and just says, "What happened to the body?"
I took care of it.
Hmm. Oh. Cousin, do be more careful. There is still use for the body.
I understand. It was a situation where, let's put it this way, death was imminent, and I had a choice whether to let it roam and possibly threaten to kill me and them, or take care of it and mourn the loss of it, since it's a dirty thing to do. I'm not proud of it.
She did what needed to be done. I do not feel like I am missing anything.
Just breathes in deep and gives out a small or a quiet but long exhale. You did nothing wrong. Just be more mindful. Bodies still have their use, I understand. Now, I wish to know, is this labyrinth, this teleportation, where did it take place?
I'm
I
sorry.
can. Go ahead.
I thought we were here to chat about revolutionizing some things.
If you understand, they're actually a little bit excited since, well, I told them the implications, and they've been a grand supporter of, well, the Genasi cause, as I would describe.
Oh, it'd be, and looks towards Aluya. Be foolish just to let anyone within our ranks. We have to get to know each other. To make sure you're on the up and up. Please, tell me more.
I don't even think it was intentional. We just kind of came across it.
So, let me explain. I can only give you the short bit, but I am one of the rare Genasi that weren't murdered when you were captured by people. We were criminals. They and I were able to escape, and we ran off to our directions. Think of it as that we eventually stumbled upon this labyrinth and found its discoveries in another continent. And then after that, it's how we got here through its teleportation methods. Genius mage. Very much someone beyond their times. However, it is, as far as I remember, in a state of decay and also not safe still. Hence why we left.
You see him really thinking. Cupping his chin. Prisoners. Thoughts. You see him just really thinking really hard, like he is forgetting something. And shakes his head.
Shit, I left the oven on.
Yeah. Yeah. Shakes his head. It looks like he's missing a connection here. And he looks towards Aluya. Sorry, a wizard?
Yes, a wizard. He's an asshole.
Yep.
Was an asshole.
Chuckles.
He's the one that killed her.
Oh. Sorry to say, what was the name of this mage?
I think it was like Odin, Oborus, something with an O.
Odin, you say?
I don't know for sure. It was an O.
Okay. What country did this happen in? Dantis? Thubaran?
Out of character. What country was it again?
Juliano.
Okay, I figured that, but I didn't want to sound stupid.
No, it's perfectly
saying
fine.
Giuliano.
Giuliano.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I know you asked a lot of questions of us, but can you introduce yourself a bit more, your background, since, well, it seems I understand you're concerned about meeting new people, but we also would like to know about the people of similar kind of us. It's just, I understand your concerns. Would you be willing to share a bit more about yourself and the people here?
Gives a bit of a smile.
Gray's loading bar starts loading.
No, I just had to go through my notes here. I don't want to fuck up
Aluya
on
doesn't
names.
like being asked so many questions.
So, the captain just gives a nod and he says, "You've been very honest with me, so I'll give you the same appreciation that you've shown us. I am Captain Eddie. What you need to know about me is I fell to a bit of, and he giggles to himself, bit of a whirlpool while sailing a ship, and most of my crew ended up dying. And his eyes linger here and there across the room. A lot of said crew still with me today, but we've amassed a greater current here. Gathered other lost souls and rallied under a single banner for Maelstrella." And you just see the other Genasi in the room clink glasses at that. But please, let me introduce a few people here. Let me introduce people you'd be very familiar with. And you see two familiar frog people walk up to you. They're the same people that talked to you very first time. Stage right next to each other. They both walk up and give a little bit of a hand wave.
Aluya gives a smile, gives a wave back.
Seer nods in acknowledgement.
Over here we have Typhoon and we have Oceana. They give a nod. The male, the chubby man you were talking to, Typhoon, just goes, "I was afraid for a second that you'd run on us. It's such a pleasure to see your faces again." And you just see the woman patting his back. "Oh, Didn't have a single doubt that they would come.
Well, honestly, what you said to us was intriguing. How could we not pass up an opportunity like this?
Gives a nod. Well, guess I do need to ask. The man gets up and comes a little closer. Both of you. Could you handle yourself in a scuffle? Raises you up and down.
I mean, I can be helpful. Yes, I can do some things.
Well,
If I were to describe our situation, they're the
Mhm.
cannon, and I load them.
I don't usually do this. I think I can make an exception for you. And looks at each one of you. As of right now, we're in the middle of an operation. Pawns are moving, dice have been rolled. Things are at work. It's a little unorthodox to include some new blood into something that's already carved into stone. But I've got a good feeling about the both of you. Usually, we do a little bit of an introduction with some new recruits to the higher ups. We usually make a big event out of it. Get it all done at one time. Meets each individual. With the both of you, I think I can expedite a meeting. It's just that one tiny thing I need help with.
And what could we assist you with?
Well, had a recent thorn in our side with our operations. You see, we're trying to set up a bit of interference with the Hayes family, with their imports and exports. It just shouldn't concern why we need to do such. The important bit is it's been our recent activities, and we've been having a greater impact on the wars in the following countries. The issue is we've had a sneaky smuggler making it past our net, who is, and he bites his lip a little bit, fucking up our operation here. To see how dedicated both of you are to the cause, I would like that individual. Now, you can bring him to us, dead or alive. It doesn't concern me. I just want to know that he's dealt with. Want his head or his body? In towards Luya, then towards Seer.
And who are we supposed to be looking for?
Crosses his arms. Captain Valentine. And
I see.
we kind of want to leave off on that note.
Bum bum bum.
Yep.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, thank you all so much. Keep in mind, Aluya, as we end here, you're doing our outro.
Yeah.
This has been House Common Blood. The intro and outro music is Oh My Dog by Savik, and any other music and sound effects used in the episode are royalty-free. Credits can be found in the episode description. Please review us on whatever podcast listening app you happen to be using, and if you like us, tell other people. Word of mouth is the best way for us to grow. Thank you for joining us. Iola Skyju.